Advice on someone who hasn't been able to get a boyfriend in 5 years. He's not your man. You don't have the right to say anything bad about me. My friend's mom literally hates me. Hello girls, we have an issue because you guys are going through some dilemmas and I'm here to help you out. We're basically on FaceTime and I'm gonna give you guys advice. I asked you guys on Instagram what are the dilemmas that you're going through right now, story time, situationships, anything at all, and I'm gonna give you guys my personal unsolicited advice. Don't take it, that's your choice. This is just what I would personally do. I never had a big sister growing up to get advice from and I've always wanted one, so I'm hoping that I can be that for you, or maybe like a little best friend or even a little sister. That's fine. I'm way older. I'm just here to be whatever it is you need me to be, and just so we can talk, get advice from each other. If you guys have advice, you can also leave down in the comment section. And without further ado, let's get into it. You guys responded a lot on Instagram. By the way, if you don't already follow me there, you can follow me on Instagram at the Amberly Sarah. This one is from Sophie and she says, you realized someone is in your life that God wants you to take out. How do you do that? You take them out. I know it sounds so stupid and so easy. It's obviously way easier said than done, but honestly, I would just straight up have a talk with him. If you kind of beat around the bush and you're like, oh, I'm gonna start distancing myself from them, yes, it'll help, but it won't work. I've literally had to have those uncomfortable conversations like, I don't think this friendship is benefiting me right now and I just think it's best that we part ways. And if they take it, fine. If they don't, fine. Whatever is best for you in that moment, you have to do that, but also being aware of their feelings. I feel like me personally, I would want you to tell me straight up, while yes, it would hurt in the moment, but I'd be thankful that you told me straight up and you were being honest rather than beating around the bush and lying to me in a sense, or like, I don't know, like a white lie, I guess. So I just tell them straight up, honestly. Advice on someone who hasn't been able to get a boyfriend in 5 years. Girl, he's out there. I promise you, he's out there. Maybe right now, but he's out there. I was in that same position, like, oh my gosh, like I can't find anyone, whatever. And the guy was right in front of my face the whole time. And now we're together. But that's besides the point. He will come to you in due time. Whether it takes 5 years, whether it takes 7 years, 10 years is pushing it low-key, but he will come in due time. Stay patient and enjoy this time of being yourself and enjoy doing things alone. Or you can still do things alone in a relationship, but enjoy this time right now because he will come. Someone said, should I make an effort to visit my best friend that lives 5 hours away from me? Yes. If that is truly your best friend, heck yes, I am booking my flight actually right now. I don't want to go to a college far away from home, but don't want to leave my mama alone. Girl, I could not leave my mama. You are strong, but at the end of the day, like, she'll be grateful for you, and there's always ways that you can still visit her whenever like the semester ends or you're on break, and she can always come to you too, you know, like it's not like you're not going to see her. There's obviously FaceTime now, which helps. I know it's not the same, but it definitely does help. But if it's what's going to benefit you in the long run and maybe be able to even benefit her in the long run as well, whether you're providing financially for her. But I definitely think if you're going into something and you're benefiting yourself educationally, especially, and investing in yourself, I definitely think that it's worth it, girl. Do it. Do it. You'd be thankful for yourself in the long run. So I really like this guy, but after like a month of talking, he told me he doesn't feel a spark. He's not your man. Point blank, he is not your man. Granted, every relationship, it's not going to be sparkles and sunshine all the time because every relationship goes through their own things. However, if it's only been a month of talking and he doesn't feel a spark, out the door. What? Girl. How do you handle criticism as someone who also has an outgoing and happy personality? Girl, you hear it and you throw it away. I think one thing I've always told myself, you don't know me, you don't have the right to say anything bad about me. And if you do, who cares? That's your own made up assumption of me. As long as I know who I am and what I believe in and who I am as a person, then I'm fine. Now, as someone that generally knows me, whether that be my significant other or my mom or my grandma, that's entirely different. But if it's someone that's quote unquote a friend that's criticizing me, or if it's a stranger that's criticizing me, my love, what significance do you have in my life? Because there is none, so you have nothing to say about me that I'm gonna take and let it hurt myself. Sorry. How do you know a guy is the one? I know it sounds stupid, but you just know. You just have a peace about it. There's a certain peace that you get. Usually with guys in the past, you start to overthink and you start to say like, oh, maybe they're not for me. Oh, maybe like, I don't know, is he doing this? Is he doing this? How I knew that, hopefully, pray to God that he is the one, is that you have such a peace about it and you're like, this is what God wants for me. This is the person I'm supposed to be with in this season. You know what I mean? Like, you just get a really big peace about it, and I think that's how you truly know, at least for me speaking personally, that, you know, that's the right person for you. I still want to be with God, but my community thinks I followed the wrong path and I don't know what to do. They're not your community. If you're following God, God will give you a community who wants you to follow him more. If you are trying to get closer to God and you're surrounding yourself with a community who doesn't want you or thinks that you followed the wrong path, they're not the community that is going to be for you in order to get to that place. Basically, if I'm trying to learn math and I surround myself with people who are in a reading group, I'm not going to get anywhere closer to my math. You know what I mean? So if you want to follow God, you have to surround yourself with people who want to follow God as well and are going to help you grow closer to him with you and actually benefit you and not hurt you. You know what I mean? I'm having trouble getting out of a relationship I don't want anymore, but I feel bad to leave. I feel like you're just doing a disservice to yourself and it'll hurt you more in the long run because you're staying there. I feel like we give the excuse of, oh, but we have so many memories. Oh, but I want to watch out for their feelings and how they feel. My love, your feelings are more important than theirs. That is you. You know what I mean? That's not saying to go and say, oh, I'm leaving, I hate you so much. Like, that's just saying, hey, this is my time to go. I don't feel right here anymore and I'm gonna leave. That's doing you a favor and that's all that's necessary. Don't let yourself stay there, girl. Get out of that relationship. This next one says, my boyfriend's mom literally hates me and gets angry at her son, but I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, shoot. That's kind of a tough one, I can't lie, because that's your boyfriend, but that's also your boyfriend's mom. Honestly, there's a respect. Whenever it's someone of your significant other's parents, you have to respect them no matter what. However, I also think there should be a mutual respect returned back. So I would definitely have a talk with your boyfriend and say, hey, your mom has done this to me and it makes me feel this way. Maybe we can all have a sit down conversation, or you can sit down and talk with her and just ask for at least some sort of respect back. Remind you, you're not asking her to say, oh my gosh, like you're my favorite person ever, but having at least a mutual respect definitely should be talked about in a mature and peaceful way. You know what I mean? Not to come at it with bad intentions. Come at it in a way where you genuinely just want to get to the bottom of things and why she feels the way that she does. How do I know that he likes me? You should know if a guy likes you. And if you don't know, ask him. I think we overcomplicate things so much. If you're wondering if a guy likes you and he's showing like a little bit of signs, hey, do you like me? Because you're not telling me directly and you're not giving me any major signs. But usually when a guy likes you, you should know. I'm feeling left out of my friend group and I'm dealing with social anxiety from it. I have dealt with that so often, especially recently, like feeling left out from different friend groups and all that. And honestly, one thing I've learned is that different friend groups go through different seasons. Obviously, it's a group. There's gonna be certain friend hangouts that you're left out on, and it's okay. I, for one, am a very communicative person, or have grown to be. I have had talks with my friends saying like, hey, I wasn't invited to this and I would have liked to be invited. Let's say I had that talk with my friend group and they were like, oh, I just thought that you couldn't make it because you're always posting out, which is very true. I do always post that I'm out somewhere because I make plans if I don't have anything to do. For me, it's just communication, but it's also learning that if I'm not invited to something, not to be like, oh my gosh, I was left out. It's bound to happen, and it's going to continue to happen as when you get older. Friendships go through different seasons, and some may look like super close and some may look more distant. But whatever season it is, you just have to learn to be okay with it at the end of the day. It's my first year of high school and it is stressing me out so much. That is so okay. It's so normal. High school stressed me out too a lot, especially on my first years. It's bound to happen. It's a whole different dynamic, whole different, you know, environments and all that to get used to, in different buildings, different classes, different teachers. So I completely understand. It's completely normal. You're gonna get used to it. It's gonna become like a normal thing for you, and then at one point you're gonna be tired of it and just want to leave. That's where I was at the end of it. But in the beginning I was super stressed out. But you just have to learn to get accustomed to it. It's just a whole new thing. Like, it's totally normal to feel the way you're feeling. Just try your best to keep on doing your best and keep on pushing and being okay with not being okay. What to do if I like a boy but we don't really speak to each other? I think you should start speaking to him if you like him. It goes hand in hand. If you like someone, you're gonna talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be nervous about it, because then how are you gonna find out if something's there or not? How to balance personal life involving my faith daily and spending time with God. You just have to find time. Like, for me, I usually have to do it like way early in the morning or like before I go to bed at night. I usually shoot for the morning because I'm awake and everything, but sometimes I have to shoot for night because sometimes I'm really awake at night. So it really just depends, but you just have to find a little pocket of time in between your day, because during the day you get super busy. But even if it's throughout your day and you just do a small like short prayer wherever you are, just take like a second to pray. I think just finding like pockets of time throughout your day, even if it's short, even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, one day it's, you know, an hour or 30 minutes. If you took out time to scroll through TikTok, I'm sure that you can take out time to spend time with God. Like, it's really managing your priorities, honestly. How do you save money as a young teen? I have to learn how to like set some of my money aside for certain things and make sure like, okay, I have this payment coming up, or I want to be saving up for this, so let me start saving, let's say like $100 out of each month of my paycheck or anything. And you can increase that amount based on your salary. But it's obviously just being mindful of gifts or for yourself, of stuff that you've been wanting for your own personal like satisfaction, or more bigger stuff that you want, whether it's a car or an apartment or, I don't know, a new phone, bigger things like that. Make sure you're setting aside money for that over time, so it's not this whole huge thing that comes out of your salary, you know what I mean? Someone said, I'm slowly losing myself and I don't know how to help it. I have even gone through that in my life at one point, and honestly, I think the best thing I can recommend to you is take a week or take a few days just to like delete social media, you know, be off your phone, and start doing random things. Like, you can start painting, you can start drawing, you can start journaling how you feel, and just really try to find things that you love. And I feel like that for me helped me find myself again. I feel like sometimes in society we get so caught up with what everyone likes and try to like accommodate to everyone that we end up losing ourselves in the process. So just take time to find things that you like and find things that makes you happy that don't involve being with someone else. And I feel like that really helped me personally like find myself again in a whole different light, you know what I mean? So my friend likes my boyfriend, but I don't know what to do because I still want to be friends with her. That's an issue. You should not want to be friends with someone that likes your own boyfriend. Respectfully. No. Your friend should not like your boyfriend. Point blank. Advice on parents who are strict with dating. In other words, my parents. My parents are really strict with dating. Protective, strict, whatever you want to call it, but I considered it to be strict at the time. I definitely say to talk to them about it. I literally had the most uncomfortable conversation with my parents and said like, hey guys, I really want to start dating soon when I find the guy, whatever. And at first they weren't really open to it. So when I gave it some time and I had the conversation with them again, and I was like, hey guys, this is what's been on my heart and I just really want you guys to, you know, try and understand, but I respect your decision regardless because you guys are my parents and I'm under your roof. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, they are your parents. You know what I mean? Everyone has their different circumstances with their parents, but for me, I'm under their roof, and there's the verse in the Bible like, honor your mother and your father. So that's what I choose to do out of respect for them and out of love for them. So I had those talks with them, and you know, over time, although it took a lot of time, they were able to see the heart behind it and allow me to step into that season of my life. So it's really different with every single parent, and depending on what your situation is. If you come from a good place and you know, you really ask them to see your heart and understand, I think that whatever decision is made to happen will happen. How to start a conversation with new people you want to be friends with at school or online. Reach out to them, go up to them, ask them, what are your favorite hobbies to do? What are you doing in your free time? I want to be your friend. Like, I've literally go up to people randomly and just say, hey, how are you? Like, I just saw you there and I just really wanted to be your friend. Like, I just want to have a conversation with you and I wanted to talk to you. How are you? What are you doing? You know, like, what are your interests? What are your dislikes? You know, at the end, you kind of just see if there's a connection there between you guys, and you guys can become friends, or you guys don't talk again after that. But you really do have to put yourself out there. You can't expect everything to come to you all the time. So really putting yourself out there helps a lot. How to stop being a perfectionist in every single aspect of your life. Are you literally talking about me? Are you literally talking about me? Because that is literally me. I'm a perfectionist to the max. I need everything to happen my way or the highway. And if it doesn't happen my way, like, I'll tweak out. I'll literally crash out. But I've had to learn how to still have a plan in mind, because that's just who I am, a very type A person, but also being okay with, you know, the plans deterring. And I do still struggle with that, but lately I've been learning that, like, you know, everything does happen for a reason. That's what I've always believed. If the plans do change, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be okay. And everything will not always go on my way, because this world is not mine. You only have so much control. So just being okay with the un-okay is a really important thing that you have to start working on, as well as me. I like two guys that are both 2 years older than me. One texted me before midnight and one after. I don't know who to like. Respectfully, you should not be liking two guys at the same time and decide which one to like. That's not right. I just got dumped on New Year's Eve, and all he said was sorry and then blocked me on everything. Sucks for him. That was his choice. You have to move on. Don't go back to him. Move on. New Year's Eve, he did it on the perfect day. You could start the New Year's without him. Perfect. You tell him, thank you. Thank you for leaving me. Thank you for showing me what you wanted. Bye. Leave that man in 2024, girl. The people I work up front with at my work bully me, never work with me, or treat me with respect. You're getting your check. You're getting your check at the end of the day. If it's really that bad, you can just switch jobs or talk to your manager about it. At the end of the day, you guys don't have to be friends. You guys are coworkers, not friends. You're getting your check at the end of the day. That's really all that matters. Business is business, and just keep grinding in silence. Keep grinding in silence and show them that they are not gonna faze you. Why are they all about crushes, guys? I don't really like talking about boys, but whatever. I confessed to my crush and he doesn't like me back. Where do I go from there? You move on from there. Straying away from God and coming back often. How do I stay strong in faith? Find a community of people who also want to get closer to God. Reach out to people that you know that are Christian, that are trying to grow their relationship with God as well, and hang out with them. You have to literally surround yourself with people who want to go closer with God. Or change your music. Make a playlist of full Christian music. Do whatever it is that you have to do to get closer with him. Because you can't get closer with him and be doing all this other stuff that are still from your old ways. You know what I mean? Like, you have to change what's around you to change what's gonna be in you. Messing up your sleep schedule and then having to fix it for school. I wouldn't know. My sleep schedule has always been messed up. I literally tried throwing my phone across the room. That way I actually have to get up to go turn it off instead of it being like right by my bedside. Didn't work. I don't know what it is. I like crawl in my sleep or something to go turn my alarm off because I literally never wake up on time. I can't help you with that one. How to be a better person for yourself. This is something that I've been trying to learn, and you know, sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed, but at the end of the day, if I'm trying to do at least one thing to make myself better, at least if you become 1% better every day, you're gonna get to 100% one day. Maybe not 100% realistically, but you know, as long as you're trying to better yourself every single day. I forgot what I was saying because my camera stopped, but whatever I said. When you're unsure of it, something is from God or not. I struggle with that too sometimes, but honestly, I asked myself, I was like, is this something that I'm just saying to myself to convince myself that I want this? Or is it God telling me that I need this? And usually when it's from God, you know, because he'll confirm it and you'll have a peace about it. But if you're having a second guess, maybe more than likely it's really just you. My personal experience talking. I need advice because the situation I'm in is hard for me to be happy. Try to get yourself out of it as much as you can. If it's not making you happy, you shouldn't be there. The career decision dilemma, please help. Please help me. I don't know what career to choose. Right now I have a business major in business and I don't know if I want to do business finance, business marketing, but I don't like math, so maybe marketing. But then marketing, I'm like, oh, but it's so fun, and I don't know, there's just so many career options. Do I want to make a lot of money, or do I want to be happy? But the career choices that usually make a lot of money, I'm not going to be happy in. Like, I don't want to be respectfully grateful to the nurses and the doctors. I can't do that. I really can't do that. I can't do it. I want to have fun. That's not fun for me. So I don't know either, girl. Someone asked, heal or get a new boyfriend? Heal! Please, for the love of God, heal before you get a boyfriend. Because then you're gonna get a boyfriend and you're gonna try to find your healing in your boyfriend. And that's not what your boyfriend is for. That's not what a man is for. You have to love yourself and heal yourself to be able to actually experience the purity of what love is. My boyfriend sneaks around at 2 a.m. and ends call while I'm sleeping and goes to the park. Confront him about it. Where were you at 2 a.m. at the park? Why'd you leave at 2 a.m. to go to the park? And you'll know if he's lying or not. Some people know how to lie, but when something like that, girl, thumbs up. I just found out that I most likely will not be able to go to my dream college. That happened for a reason, and there's another college out there for it's actually gonna be better for you in the long term. I feel like I'm falling behind my peers. I felt that way for so long. I actually still feel that way because I'm not driving, and every single person that I know freaking drives. Even my little sister. Okay, like, I need to get better. It's okay to feel left behind. It's normal. It happens. Yeah, it happens. That's all I really can say. You just have to learn to be more okay with it. Advice on how to keep your room clean. Make sure that it's clean every single night before you get to bed. That's what I've been doing recently because I had the issue last year and it's actually helped. So before I even go to bed, no matter how tired I am, I make sure at least all my clothes are put away. Or at least I make sure my makeup vanity is actually clean. You know what I mean? So in the morning, I don't have to wake up to a messy room. Dealing with friendship fallouts. Going back to what I said earlier, friendships are gonna fall out. You can't really do anything about it. You kind of just have to accept it for what it is. And you know, different friendships at different seasons, and you have to accept that and move on. Someone asked, how can I become a better friend? That's something that I've been trying to work on recently as well, as trying to be a better friend for people. And it's honestly really just being there for them, checking up on them even when they don't check up on you. I get pretty busy, so sometimes I'll just text my friends like maybe once a week and just say, hey, hope you're doing good. It's really just those little texts like that. Hey, I don't know what you're doing this week, but I don't know if you have like a small amount of time, I'm gonna go out for ice cream. Like genuinely making intentional talks with them and just being the friend for people that you wanted for yourself. I think that's really helped me be a better friend for people. How can I trust in God's timing when it comes to relationships? It can be hard because we want to control everything and we just want love. We love love, and you know, humans were created to desire like to have love and to be loved because God obviously is love. So honestly, just let it come to you. Wait in God's timing. I feel like when we force things, it doesn't happen the same way. Or when we try to, you know, go with someone who God did not have and plan for us, it does not ever go well, at least for me speaking. So really just trusting God's timing has helped me a lot, even not even just relationships, just in everything in general. You know, like, okay, God, you got it. I'm just gonna pray about it, do what I have to do my part, and then you're gonna do your part and actually put it into place. You know what I mean? I'm really struggling with my self-esteem right now, and I feel like I'm losing a lot of motivation. Tip for this: if you're losing self-esteem, go on a journal and write down everything that you love about yourself. On another journal or the same page or a different page, write down everything that you don't like on yourself or want to change or want to improve on within yourself. Burn the one or get rid of the one of things that you don't like about yourself, just crumble it and throw it away. And whatever you want to work on and things that you do love about yourself, keep that, hang it up in your room, and you can look at it every single day and remind yourself, this is why I love myself. These are the things I love about myself. This is what makes me me. This is what makes me unique. That's helped me a lot personally. If I feel like I don't get a boyfriend or relationship while I'm in school, I'll miss out. No, trust me, you're not missing out. Most of the time they don't last, especially when you're in a younger grade. Other times they do, but trust me when I say that you're not missing out. I promise you. Someone asked, how many chances do you give someone to show up for you before you let them go? Ooh. I would say give another chance, talk to them about it. They don't fix it the second time, okay? I always say third time's the charm, and it literally is. Third time, I'm sorry, I told you twice. We talked about this. If you're not confronting them about it, you can't expect for it to get better, you know? So you have to confront them about it, tell them like what was wrong and what it made you feel like. And if they don't fix it by the third time, they don't really want it.